Welcome back to Great Day Washington. Achieving work-life balance can be difficult, and for mothers in the workforce, it can be especially challenging. Thankfully, the work-life balance expert and author, Carol Enneking, is here with some tips to help us out. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, I know you're a mother. I'm a mother of three, so I know what you mean about trying to find that work-life balance. You say there's a female equilibrium problem. What is that? Talk us through that.
Well, I think we have more choices than we've ever had at any point in history. But just because we have all these choices does not mean that we can or should choose to do it all. And I think we have a really hard time making choices and deciding what to let go of.
Interesting, because you say this is a problem of our own making. Is that what you mean by that?
Yes,
Okay.
because I think that we end up, especially professional women, there was a study done recently about how they're unhappy with their job for many different reasons. But the same qualities that help us be great professionally and in any aspect of our lives can also lead us to exhaustion. It's wonderful to be ambitious and goal-driven and dependable. All of those are so great. But when you give that to everything, you don't have any margin left, and it can really take its toll.
Yeah, or something suffers.
Yes.
You can't do it all.
Something does suffer.
Yeah, you might look like it on the outside, but something's suffering. You just can't do it all.
And I've lived it, so I speak from experience because I was that person trying to do it all, and my health suffered, and a lot of other things suffered.
Is that what led you to write a book?
It did, yes. I knew that I had found a way to balance things, and I think that's the interesting misnomer about work-life balance, because the minute you think things are balanced, things change and you've got to rebalance. So it's that resilience and agility to make the adjustments when needed that really helps you keep your sanity, quite frankly.
Yeah.
And that's what I got really good at doing. But I knew that I didn't have all the answers, so I interviewed 70 men and women to find out what they struggled with, what they found that worked. And so the interviews were quite enlightening. I realized it wasn't just me.
Okay.
And even though I talked to men and women, and this is not just a woman problem, the way women respond is different than the way men respond. And I think that's a lot of the reason that we end up feeling stressed out and exhausted and unhappy at work, as the study was showing us for 6 years running.
Interesting. Okay.
And I think it's the way we process how we do things. So men think differently than women. That's probably not new.
Men are from
for
Mars,
anyone.
women from Venus. Okay.
Exactly. And men can compartmentalize and give their attention to the item at hand. And what I found in the interviews is that women are kind of firing on all cylinders at all times. So you're in a meeting and you're thinking about what you're putting on the dinner table, or who needs to get to a practice, or what sporting event for the kids is coming up. Even if you're not a mother, you have a lot of those same responsibilities.
Yeah.
And so because of that, we tend to take on a lot of things, but the other way that we process it differently is that women tend to carry a lot of guilt when they don't do everything.
Yes, we do.
And just reminding myself, just because I can doesn't mean I should.
Got it.
Has been huge.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you've got to learn what to say no to, so you can be great at the things that you really want to do and that feed your soul.
Got it. This is such a great topic. I hope that people read your book and learn more. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Of course. For more, go to carolenneking.com.